No. Not you. I don't want you.
Please, Paddy. Please, Paddy.
Please, Paddy, what?
Please, Paddy, don't show me up in the street.
Just let me in for 5 minutes.
You're going all posh in your old age. I hate you. You're a cow!
Then say it to my face and I'll go.
You made your choice.
I haven't. I want you. I love you. Why do you think I'm here?
I don't care. I'm scared of myself, Mandy, so don't push me.
To my face. I'll stand here all night if I have to. I need to talk to you.
Why, so you can go off with him with a clear conscience? I'm not playing.
I was finishing it with Neil, that's what you heard. Won't you even look at me?
Well, I would do, but I might just throw up.
Look at me. See? It's just me. I'm begging you, Paddy.
I don't understand how you can look the same. I keep thinking about all the things that we've done. It used to be me and you against the world. For God's sake, Mandy, we spent our wedding night in the police cells, and now you're standing here, and I have to accept the fact that you've slept with somebody else! Do you remember when you lost your virginity?
Hmm?
You wanted to talk, so I'm talking. Do you remember? Well, did you feel different afterwards? Like, did you walk down the street the next day and think that people could tell there was something about you? Well, I did. I couldn't face my mother.
No one was there then.
Don't laugh at me.
All right, yeah, Paddy, it was different.
Yeah, like you joined a club.
Personally, I was a bit worried about being in the club.
Why can't you just give me a straight answer?
Because I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was different. Everything was different. What am I supposed to say? My head had turned blue, if that's what you're getting at.
Because if people were different in a way that you could see, how come you don't look different now? How dare you look the same after what you've done? It's not fair, Mandy. I've been trotting round like an idiot for months, and time after time, you've gone down to Southampton to be with him.
It wasn't like that.
I was there, Mandy. I heard you. I heard you both sobbing. If I wasn't the one who'd been so humiliated, I'd have been crying for you both myself. You sounded so devastated. And time after time, you've been coming back to me for months, looking like somebody I love, talking like somebody I love. How dare you just be the same Mandy? Why hadn't your face been harder or your voice nastier? Just a little something that could have prepared me. When you lose your virginity, I suppose it's quite nice, isn't it? It's something you would choose to tell people about, but what you've done to me, the way you've treated me, you didn't even have the decency to blush when you looked at me. Well, that really does take some kind of a wicked liar. You're not the woman I married. You're nobody I know.
You can't make me go.
I'd prefer it if you died.
Paddy!
Do you know how much I hate you?
You don't. You love me, and I know you do. And I love you because I'm Mandy and you're Paddy, and we are still the same people.
Still the same Mandy?
Yes.
So what's it feel like to punch somebody in the face that's still the same Mandy? You've always been an expert at that, haven't you?
You want to know?
No, I'm asking you because I'm waiting for a bus.
Feels fantastic. Why don't you give it a go? Go on. You know you want to. It feels fantastic. About 5 seconds. Then you've got to deal with the consequences. I don't think either of us are ready for that.
Was it all lies? Have I been kidding myself? I thought we were the happiest couple in the village. Help me out, Mandy. We've not even been married for a year. We hardly ever argue.
We argue all the time, you loon.
Yeah, but that's just little arguing, happy arguing, not this sort of nasty, horrible, vicious arguing that makes it all right to go off with somebody else. What have I done wrong?
Nothing.
Well, I must have done something, you know. You must have some excuse for what you've done. You didn't just think life's too good for Paddy and Mandy. I'm getting bored. I know I'll have an affair. Do you love him? This Neil, do you love him, or was it just sex? For God's sake, who is he anyway?
Can I sit down?
No, you can't.
Just let me sit down for a few minutes.
Don't make yourself too comfortable. There's a train to Southampton.
Neil was my dad's carer. I never mentioned him for months because there was nothing worth mentioning.
You mustn't have a very high opinion of yourself if you'll go off and have an affair with someone who's not even worth talking about. You made me feel so guilty about your dad.
I know, and I had no choice, and no matter what you think, that is the truth. I have never once lied about how ill my dad's been.
Oh, that was big of you, wasn't it?
Neil was just there in the background, popping up, doing the shopping, just taking the pressure off.
I know. Let's go and talk to Ashley about getting him canonised, shall we? Sit down.
No.
I said, sit down.
What's the point?
Have you any idea what this is like for me?
Yes, I do! I know, because I've been dumped on by every lie I've ever fallen for!
Well, not by me. Never by me.
I'll tell you the truth about my first time, Paddy. Something I've never told anyone before. I had a great time. Didn't have a bad time, I had a good time and I enjoyed it. I felt wanted. And we both laughed. And he nearly said the love word. But he couldn't quite. So he sort of punched me in my arm as I was leaving. It meant the same thing.
That language of romance, eh?
And just like you, the following morning I had my rosy glow on. I was so pleased with myself. I could finally join in with the rest of the lasses talking about sex and not have to lie about it. Oh, I couldn't wait to get to that arcade nutting. And I had it all planned. My happy secret swam round in my head. And I wanted my mates to prize it out of me bit by bit. Oh, I was desperate to share it. Then they were all there when I got there. Lasses down one side on the fruit machines and lads on the other, smuggling in cans of lager. And you were there. Macca.
Macca?
Oh, excuse me, we didn't have Mary Jeremy's in Otten. As soon as I got there, I knew he'd told everyone. Turned it into a joke, dead casual like. He told him he'd only use me as someone to practice on. Can you imagine that? With all them people stirring.
Yeah, all right. Get the picture, I don't want to hear anymore.
And one by one, they all started laughing. He told him I broke his mother's bed. Said it to my face and laughed like I was dirt. So all that cuddling and giggling and laughing from the night before had been turned into something filthy for everyone else's entertainment. So, Paddy, yes, I do know I did with Neil was wrong, and if I could change that, I would, I swear it. And yes, I do have an idea of what you're going through. Because every relationship I've ever had has ended up with me being humiliated somewhere along the line. I've been hissed at and spat at by lads just for being me.
Shut up.
I'm just trying to give you some idea of what I've had to live with.
I've always loved you for who you are. I wouldn't have married you otherwise. Now it's thrown away. It's all spoiled now.
Don't have to be.
You had your chance, Mandy. Someone did come along who loves you and respects you and would never laugh at you.
You make it sound like I should be grateful.
You flaming well should be. Other people have had to make do because they're scared of being left on the shelf. But we were lucky because we found each other. We were perfect. We were like two happy little spoons snuggled up in a drawer.
I know.
Then that's something you grip tight hold of then, isn't it? When somebody feels that kind of love for you, you don't just throw it away like a bit of old bog paper. You're selfish.
But what do you do when that love comes along twice, like you said? Most people don't even get that chance once, never mind someone else being there. If I did cling to it, Paddy, it was only for a few seconds. And if I could change it, I would, I swear. I tried to stop it. I just couldn't.
Why? How many times did you sleep with him?
Once.
How many times did you sleep with him?
I only slept with him once. It happened the night before you came down to Southampton.
And you said you couldn't stop it.
I couldn't.
So were you drunk? Did something happen? Did he push you into it?
It'd be so easy for me to lie and say yeah, wouldn't it?
Mandy, this is cutting me to pieces. I want to be able to say, oh, it's all right. I want to be able to say, oh, I'll forgive you and I'll try and forget and get over it. I would do anything for that to happen. But you're going to have to help me out here.
I'm trying. He was just there. I don't know what else to say.
Jack Sugden's just there in his farmyard every time I go and sort out one of his animals, but I've never gotten into bed with him. Well, we won't be needing this for your dad anymore. If you don't mind, some of us have got housework to do.
Do you know how much I resented having to look after me, Dad?
Ooh, not as much as I did.
Well, I resented it more. Paddy, it's all right for you. You've got a life while I want things. I want a career. I want money in my pocket. Just because I'm a dingle don't mean I have to settle for less all the time.
So why'd you check it out on Neil for?
Have you tried kicking an invalid? It's not very satisfying. I suppose I got used to Neil being there. Putting up with moods, not laughing at me and making snide comments. It was interesting what I thought and what I had to say. And I was flattered that he took me seriously.
Dead intellectual, then.
I had no intention of letting things get out of hand. I've told you what it was like with lads before you. It's hard to find one you like, never mind one you could, well, feel that comfortable with.
You meant love, then?
No, this is so confusing. I don't know where I am, I don't know where I live anymore. And Mike's the best bloke in the world, and then suddenly this other bloke is there, and in the end, I slept with him because I knew it was the end. I knew I was coming back here with my dad.
It's not good enough, Mandy.
When you find that kind of love, you cling to it. That is what you said.
I'd never betray you with someone else.
Yeah, and a year ago, I'd have knelt stand there just as confident and bolshy like you. But I promise you, Paddy, it's a lot easier said than done.
Not if you love someone. Not if you really love someone and you're strong.
Where'd you get that? Back of a birthday card?
He's being snobby now. That happens to be something I believe in.
Go on then, Paddy. Do you think you would have been strong enough?
Yeah, I would.
Swear it.
I've already done this once in church. So have you, if you remember.
Well, I won't hear it again, so swear it.
I swear.
Too easy. Swear it on my life.
Don't tempt me.
Do it!
Back off.
Come on, Paddy, this is your big chance. You already think that I'm weak and I'm pathetic and I basically take my kicks off for any bloke that showed the slightest bit of interest.
I never said that.
You said you'd never betray me.
And I wouldn't.
Well, then swear it if you're so confident.
Right, then I swear it.
And you believe in what I told you?
Yeah.
About Macca and all of them?
Yeah.
Yet you're still so confident about yourself.
Yeah.
Then why won't you say it right, Paddy?
All right, then I swear it. It's not fair, Mandy. You've got two people who love you, and I haven't even got one, and I hate you for that, and I'd never betray you, and I wish you were dead, and I swear it all on your life. You happy now?
No. You?
Where you going?
To get my stuff.
No, you're not. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. You pushed me into it.
I can't stay here.
I don't hate you.
I won't blame if you did.
No, Mandy, please, just don't go.
What's the point in staying? I can't turn back the clock. I can't make it right. You're never going to forgive me.
I really want to.
I hate this. I just hate it. I wish I was dead.
Shh. I'll say that.
It's true.
Shut up, Mandy. Shut up. Don't say such stupid things.
You started it. thing?
I got it for Caleb. It's a commode. I didn't think he'd be up to sprinting up and down the stairs.
Oh, it's really good all this effort you've gone to, you know. What's this?
It's just in there for safekeeping.
What is it?
Something I bought.
Is it Buffy?
Sit down and eat, Mandy.
Cheesy puff?
I'll have it after my cake. Mandy, do you think I'm fat?
I'm sorry.
Just laugh at me why don't you?
What are you on about?
Do you still fancy me?
What have we just been doing? Travel Scrabble?
Yeah, all right, but I am aware that things do change between couples.
Oh, I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Just because you're happy with yourself.
Why are you saying that I should be conscious of myself?
No, I can just see how someone would want to be with you.
Yeah, right.
What do you mean, yeah, right? You're the one who's got somebody else in love with you, and I can see why he would be, because that's exactly how I feel.
And I feel the same way about you.
You can't do. Andy, does the expression to the exclusion of all others ring any bells?
Oh, well, we can have this conversation till I'm blue in the
Well,
face.
it keeps going round and round in my head. Have I done something wrong?
No, I've told you.
Well, it must just be me then. How I am, or how I look, or do I smell?
Stop it.
Well, it's all going on up there. No. I'm sorry, Mandy, but a quick roll around on an invalid's temporary bed isn't going to make everything all right.
It was a start.
It was torture. And how can I be sure that every time we're together you won't be thinking about him? I don't know, maybe feel more down on yourself, more like how I feel. There's nothing like worrying that you're an ugly get to make you feel grateful to come home to someone every night.
Well, you sound like you're the one that's settled when you've ended up with me.
Mandy, when we got married, I did feel grateful, but most of all I felt lucky. I would have crawled over broken glass to get to you, and I still would have felt lucky. Yeah. It's a bit early, but you might as well have it now.
I don't think I want to.
Happy anniversary, Mandy.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's an eternity ring. Probably the last in our family that had to buy her own. Bloody why did you have to come down to Southampton? If you'd stayed here now, it'd be all over. Dad'd be here, we'd still be in love and nothing would have changed.
You'd already changed, Mandy. It's just that I wouldn't have known anything about it. Do you know how bad that makes me feel? And don't say you've had it worse, because this has got nothing to do with how either of us was treated before we met. This has got to do with promises we made to each other. Mandy, I was nearly killed a few weeks ago.
Which is when I realised that I had to come home for good.
But you didn't. You came here to see if I was all right.
I thought I was going to lose you.
Yeah, and when you knew you weren't, you went straight back down to Southampton.
To get my dad, what was I supposed to do? Send him by parcel post?
But you should have put me first. No, if everything was still the same between us, it wouldn't have even entered your head to go down and see Neil again. Mandy, I could have died.
Why can't you just wait here for me?
I'd rather have to face this now.
No.
It's written all over you, Mandy. You love him.
I don't.
Oh, it breaks my heart to say it. Oh, you do. I heard you, and you weren't leaving him willingly. It's guilt that brought you back to me.
Okay, I do feel guilty, and I know that I've really, really hurt you.
You were forcing yourself to come back to me. I think you couldn't stand the thought of what people would say if you'd walked out after less than a year. You think you've got a duty to be with me, like you've got the duty to be with your dad. But you love Neil.
How many times?
If I ask you a question, do you promise to tell the truth? After I had my accident, when you thought you might lose me, Did you imagine yourself being with him once I'd gone, when all the dust had settled?
No.
No, Mandy, listen, please think really carefully about this. Wasn't that even like the tiniest little bit of you that thought everyone would grieve for Paddy, and it'd be tragic, but then, eventually, there'd be this new person round it, and no one would blame you. And please don't deny it, because then I'd have to ask you to swear on my life. I don't think I can handle you lying to me again.
How can you be so cruel? I don't know what else to say.
If you were honest, you'd say, I think you deserve a bit more than I can give you right now. Someone who'll put you first and love you back with all your heart. Yeah, I'll try saying that.
You can't let me go.
And I can't make you stay where you don't want to be, Mandy. That ring's supposed to be in forever. We didn't even make the first year. Doesn't bode very well, does it?
Well, if we can't get through this, Paddy, right? If you make me go now, I swear, I'll go so far that you'll never be able to find me and you'll realise it. And then it'll be all your fault.
Well, it's either that or watching your every move and wondering if he's on your mind and hating you for having been with somebody else. You might not have been sleeping with him these past 3 months, but you've been thinking about him more than you've been thinking about me, I reckon.
I'm sorry.
Keep the ring.
I'm not going to talk about the stupid ring.
I know. I'm sorry too. You're right. It was just a stupid ring. Don't mean anything anymore.
Don't panic.
There's still time to get your train to Southampton. Andy, I wish it was bigger than this. I wish I could just put it all behind me, but I know I can't. Maybe neither of us are the people we thought we were, eh? I'm going in the kitchen now.